Tony Hawk's Pro Skater came out in 1999 for the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation. It was the first console game I ever owned. Now it's interesting how I got this game. So I was really young, of course, and the way I got it was actually my grandmother. She wrapped up this game, and I remember opening it up on Christmas morning. And I just thought, oh, silly grandma, you don't understand how games work. I don't have a Nintendo. I can't play this thing. But later in the day, my grandfather took me to the side of the house, took me to the garage, and said, hey, open this. And it was a Nintendo 64. And wow, I couldn't believe it. I was so amazed I could actually play a Nintendo 64, which I had wanted for months and months and months. And of course, this was a big deal for somebody that was under 10 years old. So this was my first console game. So this game has really special memories for me. And this remaster just came out on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And so actually I just recently got it on the PC. I'm currently traveling right now. I'm overseas. And so I have a external GPU, they call it. It's connecting to my laptop over Thunderbolt 3, which allows me to play games with, pretty good graphics and to play, more modern games. But nonetheless, I bought this game on PC. I couldn't buy it on PlayStation or on Xbox. I don't have a TV. I don't have my console with me. But this has definitely been a blast from the past. I really hope I get a chance to, in the near future, to play this game again on the original consoles. And if you haven't been able to yet, I highly recommend watching Digital Foundry's analysis of this game. It truly is a game that has respected the original version. Now, I played the original Tony Hawk remaster on PlayStation 3, but unfortunately it didn't really live up to it. It's been a while since I played it, so I can't really give any specifics, but I remember it being very, very different. This game totally feels like something modern. It feels new, but also it respects the past. It truly respects the former game style of the original Nintendo or PlayStation. It even has a lot of the same soundtrack from those not from the 1990s, which is just absolutely incredible and totally unexpected. This game has been a blast. It's so cool. This game is called Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 plus 2. It has all the levels from the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater plus all the levels from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. It has Creative Park mode, which I haven't really gotten a chance to play yet. And actually what I'm showing right now is part of the single player on Tony Hawk 1, which actually this is probably one of my least favorite levels, one of my least memorable levels, but I thought I would show it anyway because I had already gotten all the unlocks for the first few levels, the warehouse and the school. So I don't really remember this level so well in the original game. But this game was really, really special for me back in the day on the Nintendo 64, and I really hope I get a chance to play it again. This game was simple. This game represents kind of a simpler time where you just have 2 minutes to play the level. You have to complete the challenges, and that's it. I really hope they're able to redo Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, because that's probably next to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 is probably my favorite game. I remember playing on that, I think on the GameCube or definitely the PlayStation 2. And that was a really, really special game. It was really, really cool. But nonetheless, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 are absolutely classics in this modern era. Really, really a simple game. Especially with the park creator mode. This actually got me interested into skateboarding originally. So I was a huge skateboarder back in the day when I was in elementary school and middle school. I was able to do kick flips, heel flips, pop shove-its, 180s, do some basic grinds, you know, board slides, nose grinds, 5-0s, board slides, tail slides. But I definitely was not as good as any of the YouTubers you see today. But this game definitely got me into skateboarding, and it kept me active, it kept me motivated, and got me outside, and I definitely spent a lot of time. And I certainly owe this to Tony Hawk, who was able to, you know, help make this game and help inspire me to get outside and, um, you know, spend time in a outdoor sport that was interesting and really, really cool. You know, whenever I'd skate, I would imagine, you know, how many points I would get in the real game or in Tony Hawk on N64. So definitely has a special place in my heart. I skateboarded a lot until I'd say 6th or 7th grade. So I did it for a few years. I was never, you know, a pro, obviously. You know, I never could really do ramps. I was more of a street skater because that is what was around me. And but this game definitely defined my childhood. I loved collecting all the, you know, the secret tapes and all that. And I can't remember the specs, but I actually, not only did I play this on the N64, but I also played this on the original PlayStation and on a PC at the time. And what's so great about this game now on PC, this kind of mini remake, is that you know, it only takes up 30 gigabytes, which is a huge change from the current 200 gigabytes of Warzone. Warzone takes up 200 gigabytes, which is just an absolutely extreme amount of data, you know, for just one level. But this modern game, which looks really, really good, only takes up 30 gigs. And so if you have a PC, if you have a laptop, don't be afraid, because this game actually runs really, really well. I can run this on pretty much max settings, just about. I am running it not on the native graphics. I'm actually running it on an eGPU, on a Sonnet Breakaway box RX 560. So it's really, this is designed more for medium 1080p settings, 30 FPS. So it's definitely outdated. Even when the original card came out, it was already outdated. I mean, really, like $100 graphics card, not really all that great. But I got it right before this pandemic started, right as this pandemic was starting. And so, you know, I wanted to be able to play some games while I was traveling. I'm so glad I did, because they stopped producing, you know, more modern, more recent eGPUs. So really, this was my only choice. I really am excited for the RX 3000 series. I really hope they release a, you know, 3080 eGPU pretty soon, so I could replace it, because right now, on at least on Modern Warfare, I cannot play at 1080 max settings, 60 FPS, and that's really the maximum that my computer is able to do. My laptop, my Samsung Galaxy Book Ion 15-inch, really it's all up to the graphics card, whatever it wants to do. That's how I play. And so right now, like on Modern Warfare, I've been playing at 1080 on like about 30 FPS on medium to high settings. But I really look forward to being able to buy for example, an Aorus, I think it's like a gigabyte, what do they call it, like a gaming box. And this gaming box allows you to turn your laptop literally into a game console, and you can play games like at a really high quality. But the great thing about this game, about Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2 on the Epic Games Store, is that the graphics are still pretty decent, actually, but they are not so demanding. I mean, this game is really, really small, only 30 gigs. I mean, granted, it's based on a game that's 20 years old, so it should be pretty small compared to, you know, more modern game. But the great thing is, this is such a huge breath of fresh air. You know, compared to recent games, and it's so much fun to play. I look forward to playing the multiplayer. I haven't even played the multiplayer at all. I've only played the single player on 1 and 2, and this is actually one of my favorite levels that you see right now. This is the school. I believe it's Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. You know, this game was a lot of fun, and it's crazy to think now, you know, now that we play these levels again, you know, this brings back so many good memories. But this level is so small, and I remember playing this on the original, you know, PlayStation 2, original Xbox. You know, there used to be a lot of, you know, fog, so you couldn't really see far out in the distance. Now you can see as far as you want. You know, the graphics are really, really good. I really miss playing this game because this game really got me into skating, and the music, you know, the punk rock music was really cool. I really, if you're looking for a great skateboarding game, I recommend this game, obviously. But I also really recommend buying EA Access, I think it's called, and it requires like I think a $5 a month subscription, and you could play Skate 3, which was originally a Xbox 360 game. And that game is so much fun. You know, I appreciate the camera's really, really close to the skateboard, and you actually decide how the skateboard moves. You know, if you want to do a kickflip or a board slide, you really, really feel it in your controller. And that's actually what's missing from this more arcade style game. And of course, you know, this game was the gold standard for literally almost 2 decades. This game was the gold standard for skateboarding games. I mean, even still, I mean, it's such a classic where you keep skating, you get this kind of like special thing like what you see right now, and then you could do like special tricks like the 900, which is unique to Tony Hawk, and you could do other cool tricks too. But Skate is an awesome game, and they're having another sequel come out pretty soon. I look forward to playing that. But yeah, for any of you that are interested in skateboarding, if any of you played this game growing up, you know, as a kid on the N64 or on the original PlayStation, I actually do recommend you at least watching some Digital Foundry videos about this game or some reviews about this game. Maybe it'll take you back, and you'll want to spend the $40 to kind of relive those memories. I think it's definitely worth it if you haven't played it since you were a kid. Definitely brings back memories for me. The lighting is amazing. The graphics are amazing. And I think all of us could get something out of it. Even kids that have never played this game originally, I think would still like it because, you know, it kind of has like, you know, kind of bite-sized game levels, which is really missing today. You don't really see these kind of bite-sized game levels anymore, unfortunately. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know if you have any questions. All this gameplay footage was captured on the Samsung Galaxy Book Ion 15 with an eGPU, the Sonnet Breakaway Box RX 560. If you have any questions, let me know, and I look forward to making more videos for you. Take care. Bye-bye.